beach is not just what we see above low tide. The beach extends out hundreds of metres and it's constantly moving.
The sand dunes on a dynamic coast are of the utmost importance. There's a lot of trite descriptions. People used to call them, it's like your savings bank account. It's there for when you really need it, you know, and the sand dunes have a vital function in how the dynamics of the system work. They're where the sand gets deposited in good times, and when the really bad times come, the erosion time, that sand is taken offshore, creates the offshore bar, which then limits the height and the destructive power of waves which can impact further on the coast.
Dune formation is encouraged everywhere on the Gold Coast wherever it's possible. So we see, pockets along the coast where property development isn't right on the coast, where dunes are starting to form, and we try to encourage those through appropriate vegetation because they're such a critical part of the natural system. A natural system on the Gold Coast is what we call a barred system. In other words, there's always going to be an offshore sandbar on the Gold Coast because of the nature of the wave climate. It's quite an energetic wave climate, and so we never get to a point where it's so calm that the bar disappears. During storm events, we can often have a double bar or even a triple bar system, which is just part of nature's way. Nature takes sand from the beach, dumps it in the offshore bar to create an energy dissipator as the waves get bigger. So it's quite a natural process.
The Gold Coast, they call it. 15 miles of beachfront on the Queensland coast. But it took only 1 week of pounding waves, whipped up by 70-mile-an-hour gale-force winds, to remove all the glitter from this famous playground.
The bars are constantly moving. How do we know that? In the 60s, they were constantly doing profiles. We continue that in the 80s and early 90s. Gold Coast developed the dyed blue sand that was used as part of the Kira restoration, and they tracked the movement of that sand.
The offshore bar system is a critical component of our natural behaviour of our beaches. And I think that here on the Gold Coast, that part of our beach profile is behaving naturally. We're really not interfering with that much at all. It's very important to let that process continue and not interfere with it. If we're developing a coastal management system, for example, to ensure that if any structures are being considered, they blend in with that natural process.